Hi, Phil Schoenberg, Fastpitch Power. I recently had the opportunity to do an evaluation on a 16U pitcher from Michigan. Very athletic girl, perfect pitcher's body, but had several, probably 3 or 4 significant mechanical flaws that were inhibiting her ability to reach her maximum potential. When we talk about maximum potential, I'm always thinking in terms of velocity and command. So the issues are some variations in teaching techniques and what becomes habit to certain pitchers, and the cascading effect that one mechanical flaw can lead to in creating other mechanical deficiencies if that initial deficiency is not correct. So we're going to start, and I'll probably devote the next few posts to some of these mechanical issues, which are very common, and they can actually build on each other. When you have one issue that isn't corrected, it's going to lead to several other issues. Let's start with what the first and most glaring issue was to me, and that was the hand path as we're coming up the front side of the circle. We've talked about this many times, and I'm going to first demonstrate from the side what our hand path is ideally and optimally for speed and command. We are going to reach up the front side of the circle, and I'm going to be in a slightly more supinated position of my hand. That is my thumb outward, palm up, handshake position as I come up the front side of the circle, and I track, and my palm is now up, coming down the back side of the circle, and my elbow is down. This gives me the ability to drop my elbow to the back of the throw zone with forearm lag. We talked about forearm fire many times, and it gives me full, relaxed, no tension in my arm here, full, relaxed snapping range at the back of the throw zone. Well, this young lady was coming up the front side of the circle in this position. We come very slowly. Her thumb was going outside and below the ball. Her ball was facing away from her, and I just landed naturally, and you can now see the position of my hand as a result of that position of my arm coming up the front side of the circle. I don't know if you can see this white line. Hopefully you can. That's my power line. Now this is the natural path of my hand. As you can see, my elbow is now sticking away from me. I have now bent my elbow in a position that is not going to give me the ability to maximize the length and size of my circle, and most importantly, it has taken my pitching hand off of the power line and the throw zone, which is simply an extension of the power line up off the ground. And now I've got to do something. I'm now in a good track position with my throw zone pointing at my target. But my hand, and by the way, at this point, my shoulder is killing me, okay? And that's the other thing that happens here. As I come up the front side of the circle in this position, do it yourselves. Put your palm down, put your palm facing away from you, your thumb down, and your elbow out, and get to shoulder height, and feel the tension in your shoulder. Now, from that position, just relax your hand, like you're in a handshake position or slightly palm up. I've got no tension in my shoulder. My elbow's pointing to the ground, my palm's up. I'm ready to take my hand in a pure circle to the back of the throw zone and fire through. Here, with this young athlete, as I come up the front side of the circle with my hand facing outward, and my hand goes back over my head with too much bend in my elbow, I have to do something now to get myself back to the throw zone. I'm not going to be able to come down the back side of the circle this way. So as a result, I am going to probably have to deflect my hips or rotate or do something to get my hand back to the throw zone. All these little components of the beginning of the pitch, of the landing where your pitch begins, and of the delivery of the pitch make a huge difference in how successful you're going to be in developing the maximum speed and man that you need to be the best that you can be. Now, this particular situation led to some other issues, which we'll talk about in the future. I'd love to hear your comments on this. I hope this has been useful. Talk to you next time.